Oh, hi. Glad you could make it here today. Well, today I want to talk a little bit about horse care. You're thinking I'm out here with power tools and working on stuff. Well, what's that got to do with horse care? Lots, actually. And that's the problem. We get horses and think we're going to have nothing but time to spend with them. And, well, hang on. I'll tell you who this message is for. Well, this message is basically for two groups. There are some of you out there that are already going to know everything I'm going to tell you today. But for some of you, this is going to be new information. And there's primarily two groups out there. One is those that have yet to own a horse. You're thinking about getting one. Huh? That's a good thing. The others are the ones that have got horses and they're wondering, why in the heck don't I ever have time to spend with my horse? I'm always busy doing something. Well, horse care isn't just about hanging out with your horse and training and making sure it's groomed and trimmed and all that good stuff. Well, that's important stuff, though. Don't get me wrong. But I got to warn you, though, if you don't have a horse yet, you're going to spend probably half your time doing other things that, well, no horses in sight. Well, as you can see, we're out here fixing a feeder today. Well, it's not the first time we've done that. But, if you got horses, well, you're not just an equestrian. Got to be a little bit of a mechanic, a welder, a plumber, electrician, a general handyman, and a little bit of grunt labor. You might be mucking out stalls. You might be fixing pumps, working on some broken water lines. You might even be working on your tractor or skid steer to make sure the horse has got feed. There's all these things that, well, they're not options. You can't wait for a nice day either. As you can see by how much I'm wearing today, it's kind of cool out here. Fortunately, not too much snow yet, but it's definitely cool out here. But can't wait for a nice day to do these things. Otherwise, well, it could be waiting about 6 months right now because we got winter coming. But when it comes to things like, if the tractor breaks down, that's not an option. The horses have to eat. It's kind of like if I say, I'll fix the oven when I got time. You don't need to eat, for a couple of days. No, it's not an option. Water is even more important. They can't go for very long without water before they end up getting sick. So if there's anything wrong with your automatic water or the heater in the water trough, which means electrical work maybe, or the lines run into the waterers, it depends on where you live, how much you got to deal with. In the warmer climates, you might not have near as much trouble. Up here, we got about 6 months of the year that's below freezing at times, so we need automatic waters with heaters in them and all kinds of stuff and that. So yeah, you're going to be like I said, mechanic, welder, carpenter, plumber, electrician, general handyman, and laborer. You're not just going to be hanging out with your horse. But all that stuff's important and must be done. So, don't feel bad about the fact you're not spending time with your horse because you are doing it for the horse, depending on where you're at and how many horses you got to look after. The amount of work that you have to do can vary an awful lot, but be prepared. You just might have to get your hands dirty and do a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with hanging out with your horse, giving it treats. I like doing that, but you know what? We don't get to do it very often. So just thought I'd share this little message with you. If you own a horse, or if you do, or you're planning on getting one, you might not get to spend a whole lot of time with that horse. You might spend an awful lot of time doing a lot of other things, but don't feel bad about it. Yeah, it's not as much fun as hanging out with a horse, but at the end of the day, you've done something for the horse. Maybe you didn't even see it. Well, heck, today I've been out here doing stuff for, well, let's see now. Get my watch turned around so I can see. Oh, goodness. Well, I've been out here for about 6 hours now. Working on things, and I have yet to even see my own horses. So, that's how it goes. Horse care isn't just about hanging out with your horse. Horse care involves an awful lot of things that a lot of people just don't even consider. And depending on the facilities you got, well, if you got your horse at home on your own ranch or farm or whatever, probably going to have a lot more work to do than if you're at a boarding facility. But even there, doesn't hurt to chip in and help out a little bit. And there's lots of days you might be doing things besides riding. One of the things, many things that has to be done is when it comes to a horse being trimmed on a regular basis, the owner should be there. You should be there. That's not the farrier's job to go figure out which horse is yours. Go catch it, bring it in, and trim the thing and everything else, clean it up. No, you should have that horse already tied up, feet cleaned and everything else, ready for when they get there. And at the very least, you should be there to supervise the job they're doing, how they treat your animal, and all that good stuff, too. That's part of horse care. Yeah, you don't necessarily do your own trims like I do, but you should still be there. And that's all about horse care. Like I said, horse care is not just about riding them or handing them treats or patting them and that sort of thing. Spending time with them, that's important stuff, but I can tell you right now, it's only going to be about half the time. The rest of the time, you're still looking after them, even if you don't see them. Have a good day.